Hello everybody, welcome back to Eternity Gaming. We're picking up right where we left off in the last video because I don't have a save point. And photograph principal, Takamine Yanagihari, okay. Plaque inside the case commemorating school establishment. It's covered in bloody handprints, so someone were frantically caressing it. It's haphazardly crammed, bursting with crumpled up documents, newspaper clippings, and scrap paper. School scandals continue. Principal's question on liability. A school cursed school. The many grisly happenings that happened in the host. School nurse reported missing. Oh, school nurse reported missing. Inventory of incoming students. Ujima Elementary, Hinamoto Elementary, Carrying Village, Montessori. Usho. Oh, it also has quantities. Okay. There's a female student who sprawled out on the ground. Her ID name tag is still pinned to her breast pocket. Misato Municipal Brotherhood Senior High School. Kane Hakiwara. Okay. Damn it. I'm not going to read it yet. Bloodstained cassette on the floor seems to be from a digital video camera. Pick it up. Yeah, sure, pick it up. UTV tape, Kibiki research data. Kibiki. Strange but true stories of the occult chasing down the hidden past of the cursed school building by It Really Exists by Ko Kibiki. An individual unaffiliated with the school broke into the building last night and killed himself. This is the third such incident. The deceased was a 72-year-old single male from a neighboring prefecture. Okay. Over the course of several days, a series of incidents occurred within this town in which young children disappeared one after another. Their whereabouts were ultimately discovered, though, through a thorough police investigation, but said findings were very much a worst-case scenario. 3 of the missing children were found dead in a concealed room beneath Heavenly Host Elementary, officially unused throughout the school's history. The 4th missing child was thankfully still alive, quaking in fear on the ground, presumably only moments away from demise when police arrived. Capping off this nightmare scene was an adult male member of the school's teaching staff who seemed to be in a state of confusion. Okay. In his hands were a pair of bloodied scissors, 1973-918. Okay. Surviving elementary school student, after psychological counseling, gave official testimony fingering the scissor man as abductor and murderer. The staff member in question was officially charged with multiple counts of abduction and murder of minors, as well as desecration of the dead. He was quickly taken to trial where an insanity plea spared him from prison or death, but resulted in his compulsory admittance to a mental hospital. Interestingly, the perpetrator of these crimes was none other than the school principal's own son, who was widely renowned for his jovial personality. However, due to a mental ailment of unknown origin, he'd begun losing his ability to speak little by little during his years teaching at Heavenly Host. Once his speech was all but gone, he began searching for alternate places of employment, which occupied him for several months prior to the crime. The results of this endeavor were not favorable, however, and most of his days were spent staggering idly through the streets. His reputation quickly degraded. Several months after his admittance to the mental hospital, he managed to slip past the many nurses on duty and escape the premises. Admittedly, upon doing so, he made his way into the concealed basement room at Heavenly Host Elementary, where he took his own life by hanging. The 3 children he had killed were all Heavenly Host Elementary students. But the one girl who was rescued from the gaping maw of eternal slumber was not. Following her close calls, she and her family moved to another prefecture far from the memories that no doubt would have otherwise haunted them forever. Sadly, this was only the beginning of the misfortune that would hereafter plague the school, which had already earned itself many an unsettling rumor. Over the next few years, Heavenly Host would become a stage for countless incidents of rape, molestation, and suicide. Oh, wonderful. With student registration and attendance dwindling at an alarming rate in response to these crimes, the school was eventually shut down. The 60-year-old principal at the time, who had become infamous as an eccentric, who adorned his walls, doors, and furniture with incomprehensible scrawls. Even later forensic analysis of the writings throughout his office could make little sense of his haphazardly scribbled enumerations. And the day after the school's closure date was finalized, this aged eccentric threw himself from its roof. He broke his neck on impact, dying instantly. As you can clearly discern, the sordid history of the school is indeed awful, but there may be more to it than merely a series of unfortunate incidents. A power greater than any of us can comprehend may be acting as puppeteer from the shadows, maintaining an actual, tangible curse upon this property. And the key to it all lies with the sole survivor, the girl who bore witness to the brutal murders and mutilations of 3 children no older than she. The girl in the red dress, the one who got away. My investigation into the supernatural side of this horrific massacre is only just beginning. Rest assured, I intend to make this a regular feature. I've begun gathering data from a follow-up report, so stay tuned. The next issue promises to uncover more details on this morbidly fascinating story. According to this article, one girl survived the murders, and if this photograph is accurate, that's the same girl in the red dress we saw earlier. Why would someone who wasn't killed here be haunting the school? Alright, you know what? Read it. Looks like I'll be dying soon, so I'm going to try to keep my fingers tight just this one last time. The bleeding never stopped, and I'm getting colder and colder. I can barely see. In the end, we never did find one another, and unless you magically pop out of the shadows real soon, we never will. Mitsuharu, I've always idolized you. You constantly surpassed me in every way, always one step ahead no matter what we were doing. I kept telling myself that at some point I'd turn a corner and you'd be there. But I knew better. My brain knew better. My brain rejected that notion from the beginning. If I just dream in death, though, then I know I'm going to see you when I turn this next corner, and I've been praying for all this time. We can beat up on each other like we used to, and I'll never have to be alone again. Oh god, my head, wave of nausea and unbearable despair suddenly washed over Satoshi's entire body. Next thing he knew, he was standing in the corner of an extremely narrow red room. His movements weren't his own. It was as if his mind were disconnected from his body, with no perception of surface or gravity or motion. A sudden dip jarred his senses. He realized he was moving purely on nerve impulses with no direction or control. Perhaps he'd never been taken in by the curse, by the wave of negativity that permeated the space far beyond the spectrum of human understanding. This shell of a body might as well have been a twig skipping across the ground in a windstorm. Yeah, without warning, his very sense of self had been completely destroyed, leaving him in a virtually lobotomized state. It seems the remnants of a man's tormented soul are indeed anything best left untouched. This dying message and the curse it carried certainly had no trouble at all dismantling the essence of what was once a boy named Satoshi. Oh. Well, that was probably the most chill bad end. Okay. Well, that was, like, honestly, probably the most chill bad end that we could have gotten. So, yeah, I'll cut back to when we're back over to there. That was a fun one. Yeah, continue. Yeah, it was this one. Okay. So yeah, we'll cut back to once we get back to there. Oh, wow, that was actually reasonably far away. Dang. Back over through this way. Was that down? Yeah, it was just through this door. Yeah. Okay. And bathroom time. Skip past all this. Skip past you getting stabbed. You're dead. Goodbye. Adios. Okay. Hey guys, we're back. Well, almost. Just gonna... Okay, just one sec. Just skip through all that. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, we're back. Okay, perfect. So now we know what's actually going on.
Sensei.
Kabiki. Okay, Principal Takamine Yanagahori, okay. So we will not read the... Damn, looks like I'm locked in. Oh, hey Naho. Sorry so much for another well-being that torments you to the core. It's an exquisite stigmata that afflicts the living of the dead alike. And you are, her eyes are so cloudy she looks like a dead fish. I'm the spirit of a girl who died here. Okay, I'm really not sure how to respond to that. Happiness and unhappiness are linked. Whenever one attempts to gain good fortune with little effort, there is always a risk. What are you trying to say? You and your friends have become trapped in this school because you performed the Sachiko Ever After charm and messed it up. Oh, we messed it up. Sachiko, you mean that paper doll thing we all did? How did we mess it up? One of you chanted the phrase too many times or too few. The number of participants determines the number of repetitions that must be spoken. And somebody goofed. Gasp. And you said it exactly 9 times, right? Sachiko, we beg of you, 9 times. You have to say it 1 time for every person present, no more, no less, or the charm will fail. Pretty sure it wasn't me. I remember saying it 9 times. So did someone else mess up? And is that why? No. No, I'm not going to start placing blame. This wasn't anyone's fault. May have been on purpose. One of your friends probably thought the whole thing was silly and just didn't even bother to count. Maybe a misguided member of your group didn't want the fun to end and knowingly flubbed the charm in a vain attempt at prompting a do-over. No. Even if it wasn't on purpose, some of your friends have a tendency not to take things very seriously, no? It's not inconceivable that they mess up. And just say, oh well, it's not like I'll ever be found out. Without even realizing that their actions would ultimately damn you all. Hee hee hee. No one's owned up to it, right? Not a single one of your friends has said to you, I screwed up, I'm so very sorry. Shut the hell up already. Giggle, my apologies. I've proposed far too many likely scenarios, it seems. Perhaps it's the nature of my job. I have long since abandoned my writings, after all. You do still have your scrap of paper doll, no? Be sure to hang on to that and hang on tight. Treat it like a memento. A memento of those who are dear to you. So sorry to cut this short, but I'm in a bit of a hurry here. I seem to have gotten separated from my little sister, and there are still other people I need to find too. Such a concern for your friends and all the impulses that go with it, spurring the heart into action. It's truly a noble sentiment. That's all charms, really. That's all charms really are, you know. They represent one's regard for other people. They're like microcosms of the soul. Whether it be love or hate, all you need is a truly strong emotion to set them off. The stronger it is, the more powerful the charm. Splendman's hook. I'm burning up. Wait, hold on. What are you? Frigid, cerebral... Feels like my body's on fire. Stop this. Please stop. Oh! We will not allow anyone to stand in our way. Those who do will suffer without mercy. Now go. Go to the one who occupies your thoughts. Though you probably won't make it in time. Ha 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 ha. Oh, well, now what the hell? I might... Oh, what? The chapter just ends right there? What? Okay. Well, I might as well just append that onto the other part. Wow, had I known that the chapter was that close to being over, I would have just done it then. Man, what the hell? Okay, so Naho has not been on our side the whole time, so that's good to know. I do like the credit music this time. It's good music this time. Ryo Hamamoto. Wow. That's some bullshit. Whatever. Okay. So sure. Well. Okay. Alright. So that was fun. Yeah, I might as well just append that on to the end of the other video, because onto the end of the other video, because, like, I mean, yeah, like, okay, whatever. Ooh, Extra Chapter 2, Meeting of the Minds is now available for play. Ooh, goody. How many deaths did we get? Oh, we only missed 2. We missed 2. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna add that on to the other video that I had recorded. This is gonna be fun. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the end of Chapter 3. We've only got 2 more chapters left, and one of them is incredibly long. Ooh, actually, I want to look at something real quick. Before we do that... I just want to see something. How many dead bodies do we have? Oh, we only got 10 of 16. Ah, well. We'll get them later. I think I know where they are anyway. Yeah, so I'm just gonna add... actually, am I? This could just be a really short one. Yeah, you know what? We'll still upload this one separately. I may just upload it the same day. It's just that way then that one video isn't like almost 50 minutes long. Anyway, so yeah, that'll just about do it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. We're beyond halfway through the game now. Yeah, we'll be starting Chapter 4 in the next video. So yeah, that'll just about do it for this. If you liked it, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah. I will see you in the next video. See ya.